approximately half of what they are and have been charging us. So the tariffs will be not a full reciprocal. I could have done that, yes, but it would have been tough for a lot of countries who didn't want to do that. I'd like to see the chart if you have it. Could you bring it up, Howard? This is our great Secretary of Commerce.
This is the most
Howard
amazing
Lutnick.
thing I've ever seen government do.
So, if you look at that, China, first row, China, 67%. That's tariffs charged to the USA, including currency manipulation and trade barriers. So,
It's disgusting.
67%, I think you can, for the most part,
Whoever let the
those
country
with good
get
eyes,
screwed
with bad
like
eyes.
this?
We didn't want to bring, it's very windy out here, we didn't want to bring out the big charts.
Trump is the only one who's ever addressed this.
Fortunately, we came armed with a little smaller chart. So it's 67%, so we're going to be charging a discounted reciprocal tariff of 34%. I think, in other words, they charge us, we charge them less. So how can anybody be upset? They will be, because we never charge anybody anything. But now we're going to charge. European Union, they're very tough, very, very tough traders. You know, you think of European Union, very friendly. They rip us off. It's so sad to see. It's so pathetic. 39%, we're going to charge them 20%, so we're charging them essentially half. Vietnam, great negotiators, great people. They like me, I like them. The problem is they charge us 90%. We're going to charge them 46% tariff. Taiwan, where they took all of our computer chips and semiconductors. We used to be the king, right? We were everything. We had all of it. Now we have almost none of it, except the biggest company is coming in. We're gonna end up with almost 40%. Lee Zeldin's working to get their approvals, and it's an amazing company. Mr. Wei, of one of the great companies of the world, actually, they're coming in from Taiwan, and they're gonna build one of the biggest plants in the world, maybe the biggest for that. But 64%, we're gonna charge them 32%. Japan, very, very tough, great people. And again, I don't blame the people for doing it. I think they're very smart in doing it. I blame the people that sat right in that Oval Office, right over there.
Yeah.
Right behind the Resolute desk, or whichever desk
They should all be tried for treason.
Japan,
who destroyed our country.
They would charge us 46%, and much higher for certain items like cars.
Now many people are going to have to work for foreigners.
26%, we're charging them 24%. India, very, very tough, very, very tough. Prime Minister just left. He's a great friend of mine, but I said, you're a friend of mine, but you're not be treating us right. They charge us 52%. You have to understand, we charge them almost nothing for years and years and decades. And it was only 7 years ago when I came in, we started with China charging. We took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China in tariffs. And they understood, honestly. President Xi understood. He said, look, I understand. And the other countries, and they all understand. We're going to have to go through a little tough love, maybe, but they all understand. They're ripping us off.
Never knew all these countries were not our friends.
Of Japan,
even the United Kingdom charges us a tariff.
He was a fantastic man. He was unfortunately taken from us, assassination. But I went to him and I said, Shinzo, we have to do something. And trade is not fair. He said, I know that. And he was a great gentleman. He was a fantastic man. But he understood immediately what I was talking about. I said, Shinzo, we have to do something. He said, I know that. And we've worked out a deal, and it would have been a much better deal, but frankly,
Switzerland charges us 61%.
Previous to my getting there, but it was
Malaysia, 97%.
If you look at Switzerland, 61% to 31%. Indonesia,
When we were told that these are our
Cambodia,
friends, they're not our friends.
97%. We're going to bring it down to 49%. They made a fortune with the United States of America.
Somebody's 88%. I can't see
and
it.
We'll go 10%. So we'll do the same thing. South Africa, 60%, 30%, and they've got some bad things going on in South Africa. You know,
not our friends.
Billions of dollars that we cut the funding because a lot of bad things are happening in South Africa. The fake news ought to be looking at it. They don't want to report it. Brazil, 10%, 10%. Bangladesh is 74%. So you see what's going on. Pakistan, 58%. Sri Lanka, 88%. So what we're doing is we're taking not
Sri
the full, we
Lanka,
can take the full
88%.
88%. Thanks a lot. He's doing a very good job. How's he doing? All right. I think you better take it with you. It's not going to last very long. It's going to put it. It's going to follow you down with the wind.
Trump will not let us get screwed if he can help it.
Like a hat. I'm not giving it to a cabinet. I'm giving it to the auto workers. Come on.